Guten Abend. Wir haben eine Geschichte geschrieben und möchten sie euch heute ganz vorspielen. Die Geschichte beginnt in New York City, gerade als ein großer Volker im Times Square niedergeht und sich in der 42. Straße ausdehnt, wie ein Weil. Unser Held, er heißt Rael, kommt aus der U-Bahn und wird von dem Pfeil aufgesogen. Er erwacht unter der Erde. Dieses ist die Geschichte von Rael.
The Broadway street scene finds a focus in its face. Somehow it's like there brings a stillness to the air. Though man-made light at night is very bright, there's no whitewash victims as the neons dim. The coat of white. Well, if you'll never sound it, Christ is gone. He's got what he did, and the lamb lies down. On Broadway, damn tired of all down. We don't butterfly waiting for the windshield on the freeway. There's nothing I can recognize. It's just nowhere that I know. With no sign of life. the city.
And now, this point in the story, unser Held wandert durch die Erinnerungen von New York City, in particularly of his first love, die erste Liebe. Und hat ein Buch verkauft. Das Buch heißt Erogenous Zones and Where to Find Them. After many months of study, a moment arrived when he met his young lady, and from the beginning to the end was 78 seconds. Finished. This left him cuddling his prickly porcupine, Stachelschwein. And he took his Stachelschwein onto a soft corridor which went up spiral staircase, die Wendeltreppe, in einer Kammer mit 32 Türen.
I see faces and traces of home. Back in New York City. This last wonder might make you feel. Yes, after all, it's of some kind of someone who struggles to flame to be destroyed. Imaginary creatures trapped in birth on celluloid. These cling to the golden fleece, hoping they'll find peace. Starred and often, attracting celluloid. There's no hiding in my movie. There's no more to avoid. The crawlers cover the floor in the red oak corridor. Almost inside of people, ain't more lifeblood than before. They're moving in time to a heavy wooden door, where the needle's eyes winking, closing on the floor. The carpet crawlers eat their callers. We gotta get in to get out. We gotta get in to get out. We gotta get in to get out. There's only one direction from the faces that I see. It's upward to the ceiling, where the chambers set to be. Like the forest behind the sunlight that takes root in every tree. They are pulled up by the magnet, believing they'll flee the carpet crawlers. bouquet of flowers. The rich man stands in front of me, the poor man behind my back. They believe they can control the game, but the juggler holds another fight. I need someone to believe in, someone to trust. I need someone to believe in, someone to trust. I'd rather trust a country man than a town man. Could judge by his eyes, take a look if you can. She's trying through the cloud, surviving dreams hard. Who works with his hands? He loves at you once, you know he understands. Don't need any shield when you're out in the field. But down here, I'm so alone, my fear. With everything that I hear, every single dawn that I walk through brings me back here again. I've got to find my home, the peace and the teacher, singing all the chants that they've ever heard. They're all calling out my name, even academics searching printed word. Father to the left of me, my mother to the right. Like everyone else, they're pointing, but nowhere feels quite right. I need someone to believe in, someone to trust. I need someone to believe in, someone to trust. I'd rather trust a man who doesn't shout what he's found. There's no need to stare if you're homeward bound. He'll drive you to the side, he won't take you for a ride. Back inside this chamber of so many doors, I've nowhere to hide. I'd give you all of my dreams if you'd help me find a door that doesn't lead me back again. Take me away. At this point in our story, our hero meets a blind lady. And the lady is called Lilywhite Lilith, Lilywhite Lilith.
And she grabs him by his hand and takes him off down a narrow tunnel which turns into a large cave which is very dark. Sehr schwarz. Excuse me, Phil, I'm trying to tell a story. Okay now? All right. All right, brothers. Woodstock, less than 10 years ago. I'll soon forget. So there's a big smashing noise in the cave, the ceiling collapses, he meets death. Death carries a snuff puff pack, one puff and you snuff it. Rael escapes, is sensually and erotically assaulted by three dry, half woman, half Frau, half erected Wesen. And they rub themselves all over him and ist die Körper die Lamien. This turns him into an ugly, humpy, lumpy, bumpy species of humanity, just like Phil Collins on my left. Yes. No. Those of you familiar with the problems of Phil Collins will know the only way to cut off the humps and lumps is a glibberman, snifferman, is the severing of the sexual organs. Performed by a doctor with gunman, and he drops Rael's organ into a small yellow plastic tube. A large black bird, or ein maybe, großer schwarzer Rabe, out of the air, grabs the tube and flies off down a tunnel, dropping it into the water, where Rael also sees his drowning Bruder John.
Two golden globes floating into the room, and a blazing white light fills the air. different orbits from my bones. Nothing, just walking in stones. Keep the daylight open with my maker. Sing this trick, the guns elastic acre. The doorbell rings and it's calling. So sorry you had to wait. She won't be long, yeah. She's very Supernatural Anaesthetist. If he wants it's nothing, all he has to do is puff it. He's such a fine man, grows richer, he knows he must be near. He finds along the passageway the high chandelier. Each night he takes the perfumes change from familiar fragrance to fragrance strange. Magnificent chamber meets his eye. Inside the long's water pool, enshrouded by fond mist, stepping in the moist silence with the warm breeze he's gently kissed. Forgive his quiet love, he enters the room as if it were his own. The ripples of my sweet warm, with his some company unsolved. Rael stands astonished, counting his sight, struck by beauty, driven to flight. Dream of midnight saints, soft female face, the smallest motion, filled with grace. Music that is heavenly echoing home. Up there is no fire warm, every silence warm. They will welcome you, you're the light of the home. We are waiting, all I want is to bring you home. Putting fear beside him, he trusts in beauty blind. He slips into the nectar, leaving his shredded clothes behind. Tongues they test as touch all that is mine. They move in and series of caresses, they glide up and down my spine. As they nibble on the foot of my flesh, I feel no pain. Only a magic that a baby stain. With the first drop of my blood in their veins, the pieces of most remarkable peace. The barest cries, we all have loved you, Rael. I wanna know tell me someone's baby. I never seen the graveyard crowd. Something wrong with my sweetie. It's a change of face. It's always the truth, but basic is the same. Escape from the silence. We're living right across these years. Live like a lost song. My way will say please on you. My dream must be living. And she keeps living. My heart keep on living. My lips keep on smiling all the time. Be like you. That takes me out. Let me all home. Bring this home. within the raging wall of life, the fall of Brother John in Christ of him. The game's fading now, but open wide. The John is drowning, I must decide between the freedom I had and the rat race. I just need forever, this one sacred place. Hey John, in this falling river, walking down the road. Totally drifting out the side. It's only a turning point, but you find out how you find in the cold, pure cold, all around. And the rush, the crashing water surrounds me with a sound, striking out to reach you. I can't get through to the other side, and you're whistling in the rapids as the moon comes away. That's the right. Take 'em down on the undertow. I'm spiraling down the river bed. Our fire is burning low. Catching hold of the rock that's firm. I'm waiting for John to be carried past. not good enough.
Das ist actually die Geschichte von der kleine Henry und die kleine And little Cynthia said to little Henry, "What about a game of croquet, Henry?" Henry replied, "I'd love to." And the two little Kinder wandering out onto the grass, freshly mown grass. And just as Henry begins his first stroke with a red ball, little Cynthia comes up behind him with a croquet mallet raised high in the air. Goes all the way up to heaven, comes all the way down again. Not too good, I'm afraid, because little Cynthia has found his favorite possession, dieses Lied heißt the musical box.
to leave out my
Manchester's Palace Theatre saw the return of Genesis for 2 triumphant concerts featuring in full their latest work, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. On Monday afternoon, I went over to their Manchester hotel to achieve a rare interview with one of the most elusive men in the rock business, Peter Gabriel. Peter's pretty perturbed by the reaction of the British press to their latest work, The Lamb, and he explained to me his reasons why.
We, to a large percentage of the press, are in the category of bands that one has to very secretly confess to liking, if one likes them at all. And generally, I think that that sort of area of critic classes us as I don't know, as indulgent, pretentious, soft, feminine, yeah.
But you don't feel that you got a fair... No, quite. I mean, you don't feel that you got a fair deal from the British press?
No, not completely. I mean, there are certain people in the press who are biased towards us, and they are a minority. And but as far as straight opinions, you know, I mean, a couple of people recently have admitting liking parts of what we've done despite themselves, and they've actually said that in a review. And it's wrong to go to any concert or listen to any album with preconceived, prejudiced ideas of what you're going to get, although it's unavoidable to some extent, but not to the point of closing one's ideas or opinions altogether.
Do you feel that the band now are in a position not to worry about criticism like that in this country, you know, with your obvious very big success in America?
Well, and Europe probably, I think, we're more successful than America, and outside of England. But it's still, you know, always one reacts badly to bad criticism. The British music press has made itself into a small clique, you know, where
very important, self-important people.
Right, well, I mean, it's very easy to develop one's own identity by slagging other people, which is what most of the people in the press seem to be doing, you know.
Well, from that point of view, there are two sort of ego points in a critics' relationship with a band. When a band are little known, you can score points by being one of the first to really get into them. And the second is when a band are well known, you can be one of the first to knock them down. And being such a small circle, you know, meeting in the speakeasy and all the rest, they're very conscious of their own identities. Whereas, say, in America, you've got huge areas and different scenes in each city, and critics can like anything they want without fear of losing face in front of their other critic friends.
Talking about the criticism of The Lamb, I mean, I came over to see the concert in Liverpool on Saturday and was totally stunned by the whole thing. I mean, I think fairly, I need to go and see it twice, you know, before I took the whole thing in. But I mean, do you feel that the press criticism was obviously because people hadn't seen the stage show, at least I presume they hadn't in this country, and do you think that the complexity of the album on record, and I mean, it obviously is complex, one has to get to know the story and to understand it, is better explained when you see it done live?
Yeah, sure, it helps, but it wasn't intended to be complex, it never really is, but I don't know, you know, I think it's still, you know, just a matter of the way people approach the album before they'd heard any of it.
What was the way that you wanted people to approach it then?
Open-minded, and for me, this is an album which is different to what we've done previously. It's a thing that it's given me the most satisfaction. If I was asked to bring one record to show what Genesis were trying to do, it would be the last one. People were looking at it through fairly narrow spectacles. Generally, musicians are much more versatile and flexible than critics and public will ever give them credit for. Jimmy Page could be playing for Fairport Convention in the sense that he probably used to do session work on similar type of material. And you know, jazz musicians could, you know, there's much there's much more capability in any musician to move into different fields than the one that he's been pigeonholed by the press.
Yeah.
And
but I mean,
and the public. Obviously, certain people choose to make their identity in a certain type of music which they feel they can do best or whatever. But I would really like to see much sort of interbreeding and people being able, without losing interest, being able to do much wider things than present.
John Wetter's a good example of that, I think. Coming from Crimson and going, I mean, via Roxy, but going into Uriah Heep and things, I mean, it's caused a bit of an uproar. I mean, people can't understand why he's doing it.
Only as buzz and bad company and...
But this is it. I mean, this comes back to what you were saying about the press, that they do tend to tag people, and once people develop some sort of identity, then they stamp them and say, well, that's your identity, and it's, you put them in sort of pigeonholes, and as you say, and they can't do anything else. I was told last Saturday that this is the only occasion when you're going to actually perform the Lamb in full on tour in this country. So is this very much a case of if you don't see it in Manchester last night or tonight, that's it, as far as the whole thing's concerned?
I think that's probably true. Unfortunately.
I mean, because I mean, I don't want to draw comparisons to something like Tommy by The Who, but this at the moment is obviously your masterwork, let's be fair about it, at the present date.
Yeah.
But you've got no qualms at all about just doing it once around these dates and then that's it. Because I think Mike Rutherford was telling me there's a possibility that you'll perform certain sections from it in the stage act when you go out on the road again.
Yeah, that's probably, that's very likely to happen. I mean, it's the kind of thing, you do one off, you know, I mean, you can't, we would have played it by the time we finished touring it, we would have played it nearly 100 times.
Over, I think, probably, wouldn't it?
Actually, it's 97.
97 now?
At the end of Europe.
Is it? Oh.
So we never will have played it 100 times. But it's a lot, you know, I mean, we've got a lot out of it, and, you know, by the time we get around to touring again, there'll be some more material, you know, so we'll need to play that too.
No, talking about more material, what's next on the recording block?
Well, nothing's planned at all at the moment. When we finish in Europe, we just sort of see what happens.
We always do it like that, really. I mean, we don't really sort of... Ideas are formulated on the road, you know, from the previous tour. I mean, people are getting together music themselves, and usually there's a break and then it comes out in the rehearsals for the next lot, but there's nothing really that preconceived. So we usually play it by ear.
So I mean, you don't feel that you're not under any pressure to record. I mean, you're not sort of pushed by a record company to produce a certain amount of products, things like that.
There'll be another album this year.
There will be another album this year.
I won't imagine so.
Tony Stratton-Smith hotly denied that last time we came out to see him. He said, well, actually, I think he said that the next album will probably be right at the end of this year.
Yeah, I mean, usually, I mean, if we'd have started in May, it wouldn't have come out till November, because that's how long it takes usually anyway. But we won't even have finished touring till the end of May, and then there's got to be at least a month and a half while everyone recovers, because we've been on the road since November, effectively.
And obviously something with this proportion is extremely tiring.
Yeah.
I can well imagine having seen it.
Yeah.
I really think I should have seen it twice. Something that interested me in Liverpool was the age group, actually, of the audience. I don't know whether you've sort of managed to notice this, but I was quite stunned that there were various people sitting around us in the audience who must have been about 14 or 15.
Yeah, it seems to vary actually, and from place to place a bit, but you know, we're very happy that anyone should come for whatever reason, and that's where we leave it really, because providing we're given an opportunity to do what we want, and there is a percentage that are going to get involved as much as we would like, and there's a percentage who are going to just get entertained, and there's a percentage who just come along to a rock show or whatever. It doesn't really matter, because there's enough of everything to keep the whole thing alive and injected with enough audience relationship.
I mean, these are people, I presume, that wanted to come along and see the Lamb because they obviously realised this was the only opportunity they'd get to see it. But it did fascinate me that people that young could actually come through, and I must admit they sat there very well behaved through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Totally stunned by it. I mean, I think other groups will probably look at it maybe in a different light, in disbelief. I don't know.
I mean, Liverpool and Glasgow, for instance, and even places like Newcastle, that have got like basically harder audiences. I mean, in terms of physically, you know, either violent cities or whatever. I mean, it's very strange to sort of think that then come to. I mean, from what people read about us, or are given to think that we are, you know, the kind of thing we have going for us, like, as we said earlier, the effeminate, not hard rock, but I mean, you know what I mean? The sort of softer kind of thing.
I suppose I do, yeah. Well, not entirely, but I know what you
This is not something that we believe at all.
No, this is, I mean,
This is something that you feel has been created for you.
Yeah.
This is,
and I mean, it's strange to think people like that, you know, I mean, that they come and enjoy it as
Well,
much.
why the effeminate tag? Because it's theatrical? You know, because there's more to it.
Well, no, it's also...
Well, no, it's the public, I mean, the public school thing comes in a lot.
Yeah, right, there's
You know.
Well, why do you think people knock you for that?
because...
Well,
yeah, all right. Well, there is a certain amount of validity in the approach that one should write from experience, or at least you get very strong stuff when it comes direct from experience, and that there is a vitality and a sense of rebellion in a more earthy origin. A middle-class background can deprive one of strong or violent emotions, or
I think Tony Pollard
vitality or whatever.
Somewhere along the line.
Yeah, it's, you know, is rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think people tend
We had a few games with it.
Do you think people tend to think that you live in a world of fantasy because of this?
Well, I don't know, but
It's a bit of the silver spoon, you know. I mean, we've, I mean, I know this is a basic level probably, but I mean, we've been around the country. We've done the same as every other band, you know. It's not as if there's one thing that came up, which Peebles were going to say something about, you know, the letters. We had a review of the first album based solely on the fact that the band was effectively a public school band, and you know.
Are you talking about the Decker album?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one.
And you know, like, you seem to think that we'd had all the equipment and anything we wanted, you know, because of the background of the band.
A subject which has annoyed Peter Gabriel for many years now, the fact that Genesis were educated, just in case you didn't know, down in the verdant pastures of Sussex at a school called Charterhouse. Mind you, so was Jonathan King, and I know which of the two I'd prefer any day of the week. After the show at the Liverpool Empire a week ago last Saturday, I spoke very briefly to Genesis keyboard player Tony Banks, who explained to me that the only frustration for him involved with the Lamb was the question of improvisation. What did Peter think of this?
Well, we did lay open various sections for improvisation. In fact, the waiting room, which is our large jamming area on stage, originated when there were various parts in the story which weren't getting covered, and the idea was to try and improvise moods, and there was a sinister mood that we began to start to try and improvise around, and it was really quite exciting. It was a bit like a Hammer horror film, you know. There was a thunderstorm going on outside, and you know, just after one particularly unpleasant piece of music, there was a thunder crack and lightning flashes, and the whole thing was really good.
Yeah, it's hard to change things once you've. I mean, some things that are obviously supposed, you know, we leave to be improvised. But I mean, when you've got a song that has to be done in X amount of time, it's hard to change it. I mean, you know, especially on the road, because there's not much time.
I mean, I couldn't imagine for a minute that you've made anything out of touring this country with the show the size you're putting on at the moment. Is that just one of those things that one has to accept?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there is a certain amount in the positive, but that is knocked down to the negative by the fact that we cancelled last time because it was Steve's hand injury, and we had to pay a lot, you know, to the halls, because you can't. If you cancel out at short notice, you still have to pay for the halls, which was expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, there can't be many more shows on the road more complex than the Lamb is at present, not at least the way I saw it in Liverpool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, having done something of that complexity, what do you see as the next sort of idea on stage? Or is that another thing which you haven't sort of...
Well, I don't know. I mean, personally, I can see lots of things that could still be done, you know, which I think we're so very much a prototype for. And but whether we will do them, I don't know.
Logical step is video and then movies.
Yeah, moving pictures. So it would be our big
Well, I mean, the logical step to my mind is that if you present an audience with something of that complexity and a great show like that if they come back next time and you're just playing and doing songs, which obviously they love, then there's going to be something missing. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, it could be that, although, I mean...
Because visually it's shattering. I mean, I haven't recovered now, and that was 10 days ago when I saw the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice to approach people on more than one front. We'd really like the songs still to get through more, and I think we're probably best known for our live performance, you know, than we are for records or songwriting. And the songwriting we would still like to advance a bit. But as far as the live side goes, one of the most important things is the relationship between the things that are going on stage. And it's something we've really spent a lot of time working on, so that, say, some of the things on the slides are pictures of some of what's happening on stage. And it would be nice too, if one had video, to bring the audience up, so there would be places where, say, if you had a big video screen, you'd be showing the audience up on the video screen, and perhaps you'd, before the, you know, when people were coming in, you'd have cameras in the dressing room showing on the big screen, you know, the tension build up in the dressing room before a gig. You could perhaps film scenes in the town that you're playing that afternoon, or maybe a scene, which you then show that evening on the video, and various things to make what is happening on stage real to the audience, because I mean that's crucial, the whole sort of job of communicating. But if you can,
do you feel there's a strong barrier between an act and an audience in this way?
Well, there is, by definition, of the fact that you're up there and they're down there, and they're watching. But if the more you can involve them directly in what's happening, the more they experience it, rather than look at it objectively.
That's an interesting idea. You've taken another single off the Lamb, The Carpet Crawlers. Last time I spoke to Phil, we had quite an amusing conversation, I think, about Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
And what do you feel about singles, Peter? Do you think they're important? I mean, the Americans, as I said to Phil last time, view them very much as tasters from the album. And Floyd have released a lot of singles in America, which have never seen the light of day here as British releases. I mean, how do you see singles in the band now, particularly with a view to the Lamb?
Yeah, well, as tasters, advertisements, really, I mean, that's what they are mainly. And I mean, as writers, we've always had our little pet ambitions to have hit singles, but we've never got too far with that. Well, we don't really write the stuff with that in mind, but rather write what we're going to, and then have a look at it afterwards. I mean, with Counting Out Time, for instance, we thought that was sort of quite single-like.
As you may well have gathered, Peter Gabriel, although an extremely powerful character on stage, is a pretty shy guy to get to talk to. And just in case you haven't recognised the other voice in the interview, Phil Collins, the group's drummer, a voice that has in fact appeared on Rucksack once before when he came in with Steve Hackett to make profuse apologies for the fact that they didn't do the Manchester gigs first time round. But they did do them on Sunday and Monday, and if you went, one of the things that probably struck you most about the stage setup was the massive array of percussion which Phil Collins was sat behind and which he played with great taste. How did the idea of building up such a large drum kit start?
A lot of it stems from you buy something to replace something old, and then you end up using the thing you've replaced, but also finding something for the thing you are replacing. So I've got, like, you know, this is how he does it.
He's making all the excuses now for that tremendous array.
Yeah, and I mean, there's some ideas. I got some I mean, if you want, technically, I've got
Yes,
like,
do.
tambourines and timbales and things, right? Well, the timbales, I've got 4 of those.
Well, the big things that are on the right-hand side as you...
Now, they go down in size.
And presumably tuning as well.
Yeah, so like they should sound, they're the equivalent of my fuzz box, if you know what I mean. I have me tom-toms for me regular stuff, and me timbales are like fuzz tom-toms. Yeah. Then I have 3 tambourines, which are varying. It's 8, 10 and 12 inch tambourines, which are tunable. They are supposed to sound like sped up drums. I mean, that's what I got them for in the first place.
Is this sort of phasing effect that one gets from time to time?
Well, no, I mean, the phasing, that phasing is, yeah, that's from the mixer.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, there's a sound on a Zappa album once, on the Hot Rats album, Peaches and Regalia. I don't know if you know that track.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Well, there's around the last time they go around the melody thing, there's like da 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 dum 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 on it. If you listen to those little sped up drums, and I like the idea of that because you can't do it live, so I sort of small that kind of sound. So that's what I got the tambourines for. And obviously, the more tom-toms you got, then the more range. I mean, just from sort of, I tune them so they. Like they're arranged specifically from an octave, da, 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 that kind of thing.
But it seems to give you a lot of power, because there were certain breaks, you know, which I was expecting when I came to see you in Liverpool, where you sort of, instead of playing things with what I would have expected one hand, were playing them with sort of one hand on the kit and one of the timbales as well. So this is getting very technical, but I was just interested because it gave a tremendous sort of punch and depth to what you were doing.
Yeah, I mean the timbales. I mean, they're incredible drums, really, timbales. I mean, the metal ones, I mean, they just sound, they just cut through anything, you know. And if you play them with another tom-tom, it just sounds a bit, they just give it the sort of more timpani feel, if you like, the sort of the depth and the boom.
So this is going to be a standard kit from now onwards, is it?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm in control of it, you know. I mean, it's not. I'd feel a bit weird if I couldn't really handle it, but I mean, I added it bit by bit, like I used to have 2 timbales before.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because it looks sort of
the vibes and things. I mean, I tinkle around on those. I can't actually play. I can play the piano, you know. I mean, I know where I can feel my way around a keyboard, which means like you can play a vibe, the vibes in the glove. Yeah. But I haven't had any sort of kind of training for that at all. No education. So I just feel my way around. So eventually, you know.
Did you have any drum tuition at all?
Yeah, I learnt. I was taught by a guy called Frank King, who's since died. But I mean, I learnt to read at one point, and I was starting to get into it. I left him. For I mean, there's outside reasons, you know, and I didn't bother to go to anymore. I didn't have enough discipline to practice. So I can no longer. But I mean, he taught me a lot about rudiments and things like that.